Hello, welcome to this tropical update for the Indian Ocean and parts of the Western Pacific. So let's see here. We have these three areas to watch, and two of them are at a high chance of formation the next 5 days. Especially the one just north of Malaysia. I get a feeling it might become a tropical storm, affect parts of Vietnam, and the one near Australia there might become a quick storm. But the one in India has a medium chance, but doesn't look very organized as the other ones. So let's see. There's like, this is the European model. It shows this system near Malaysia there and Brunei. So be careful today and tomorrow. So heavy rains near Brunei and Malaysia, as well as strong thunderstorms. So let's see. And also those islands in the South China Sea, those little islands there, be careful. There might be some torrential rains in the middle of the ocean there. So let's see. Sunday shows a tighter circulation there, but it doesn't look that organized. So let's see. Goes into Monday, shows a little bit stronger the circulation, but still the southeastern side of the system with not as much moisture. So let's see. Goes and then shows the moisture arriving at Vietnam by Tuesday with some heavy rain, especially Tuesday to Wednesday in Vietnam and eventually Cambodia. So be aware those areas. Let's just see some different models here. This other one. So there's like the current storm. So this is 98W, the invest just north of Malaysia there. You see a lot of moisture. Most models take this from the South China Sea and near Vietnam there. So here in the models, let's take a look. So regions, whereas Western Pacific is good. So the GFS now, it shows it there. It does show 995 or something. There will be a tropical storm already in the South China Sea. This goes, scares a little bit, and kind of dies down before it gets to Vietnam. So that doesn't have any like tropical storm impacting there. But it does have more moisture in the Philippines, especially northeastern Philippines around the middle of next week. So that are watching later does have some building moisture near Micronesia and the southern Philippines, but nothing organized. Now there's the Canadian model too, shows the system there near Malaysia. It does show like 1002 millibars, but it shows very weak, not like the European, the GFS. So this kind of indicates circulation there, but might not be classified if it's too weak. So let's see. Let's just see the European again from here. So it does show like 1001, even at one point close to like 1000 millibars, but doesn't show that organized. But it does show it going into Vietnam there. And there's like the icon too, shows there the storm show like 1005, 1004. It doesn't show that organized, but does show a tighter circulation there. So this might be eventually classified into a low-end tropical storm. So let's see, there's the Neptune too, so like 1999 the Neptune. So that the Neptune would have a tropical storm there, 999, and going into Vietnam as well. So we better watch that. So let's see here the rainfall again. What's happening here? So shows like the European first, because it's already there. Some heavy rains in Malaysia. Just the next 12 hours shows close to like some 85, some 83 millimeters. Some parts of the northern coast of Malaysia, more like 53. Now there's in Brunei some heavier showers too. And sorry, I don't know why this keeps showing up here. So shows more near those islands, the South China Sea, and there it might be heavier, like that very torrential rain in the middle of the ocean. So be careful those islands there. And shows next 2 days already increases mainly out to sea, but still those islands show like some 127 millimeters, some other areas to like 127 as well. So be careful. And Malaysia stays similar, but still like increases in some areas there, and starts approaching Vietnam, so like 55 millimeters next 2 days. Then the next 4 days already shows it going to Vietnam there. Maybe not as a fully fledged tropical storm, but just if the remnants go there, it already cause a lot of heavy rain. So it shows like 150 millimeters, some spots to like 295. So considering all the rainfall that already happened in Vietnam this year, this might cause more flooding in some areas there. So please be careful, warn others. In Cambodia shows some storms from this as well, and even a part or two of eastern Laos, a storm or two. So be careful there. And the Philippines next 4 days, the European does have some eastern shores there, like 258 millimeters, 168, 266. So be careful in those areas. 207 shows more there, like further northeastern Philippines. So stay safe, and shows more lingering moisture near the southern Philippines and central Philippines. Now for like Indonesia, does show those tropical downpours still, like especially the western coast of Sumatra, close to 100 millimeters next 4 days. More there like in some islands 125, and those isolated spots in the island like close to 100 with those tropical downpours. So be careful, those storms might have like lightning and gusty winds during the storms. So in Java too shows more, especially in the northwestern coast there of Java. So be careful, and more throughout the whole island, those tropical downpours, a little bit more in some small islands there. So be careful. And further southeast in Indonesia shows like some 124 millimeters in other small islands, 121. So be careful those areas next 4 days. Those tropical downpours shows more some other areas there, in Kalimantan, some more, especially in the southernmost areas, central Indonesia, that island right in the center. It shows more like some areas further east, a little bit those islands near Australia, but shows more like Western Guinea, some 81 millimeters, nothing crazy, but still shows some tropical downpours. So be careful. In India, that system, the European pulls it north towards like the eastern coast of India, with some 87 millimeters, some 109 in some areas. So be careful there, those areas, and like 115 millimeters to like 26, and some in Bangladesh as well. Shows some rain there in Bangladesh. It shows a shower tree in Sri Lanka and a storm or two in southern India. So be aware. In 8 days, doesn't increase that much in India, but shows next 8 days a finger tree in central India as well. But nothing that crazy. Just some like wintry showers in northern India. So be careful. Now for the other systems near Australia and those areas. So there's Invest 99. It's the same spot, I think. So 96p off the coast of Australia. So let's see, there's a lot of moisture in some spots there. Most models take it just south of New Caledonia, if it forms or not, and shows some other, more like the GFS ensembles, take this through New Caledonia, and some closer to Fiji, and some even down to New Zealand. So let's see what they think here, like southwestern, South Pacific. So this is the GFS, shows if it works. Yeah, it shows the system there like 999 or something, 997, but very weak. It goes and joins with a big area of moisture there, like the convergence zone there, and just uh, dissipates the mirror of the moisture there. But it might briefly become a tropical storm, like right now there is 99 or something, but it doesn't look that organized. And let's see, there's the European too, shows there right like 993 the European has later today. Then it goes, weakens, passes just south of New Caledonia and goes away there. So there's the Canadian, shows the storm there. So it shows like now some like 999 as well, nothing that crazy. But then it rapidly weakens there to like 1001. Does get to like 999 again, but goes kind of disorganized. So let's see if the icon has something interesting. So let's see, it has the system there now, like 1001 millibars, goes to 999 as well, but stays kind of disorganized, and most of it passes through New Caledonia and some parts of Vanuatu with some heavy rain there. This goes and like goes away. So right now I don't think this will be like a threat or a strong system whatsoever. This will mainly be the threat of heavy rain, some heavy rain for like New Caledonia, maybe Vanuatu, or even Fiji, because it doesn't look like it will fully develop. So let's see, the Indian Ocean shows the disturbance near India, 1000 millibars goes there, so remains kind of disorganized, but eventually gets to India there, even weaker. So let's see, the icon has a low pressure system, the southern Indian Ocean too, but it doesn't show it developing to anything crazy. And another one later, more than like in the southeastern Indian Ocean. Now the GFS has like the disturbance in India, but it shows very weak, like barely nothing. It just dissipates and leaves more rain in India. But it does have coastal tropical storm in the southeastern Indian Ocean, and this goes there. It has the low pressure system in the southwestern Indian Ocean, but it doesn't do anything. But the one in the southeastern Indian Ocean, it does form this into a cyclone later. But the GFS, you know how it is. It can exaggerate far out in time. So the European has the disturbance near India there, but it's so weak, it doesn't fully develop into a tropical storm, just brings more rain in India. But the European does have around the 29th, this forming the southeastern Indian Ocean, and it does have it getting into a cyclone as well, like the GFS, but it shows it kind of dissipating before it goes further west. And that's a little bit far out in time, so it might change still. And the Canadian has some interesting stuff as well. So let's see here. It does have the disturbance in India, like 1000 millibars or something, goes there, but doesn't really form into anything. It does form this small tropical storm by like the 26th or something, and then it goes there, and the Canadian tries to form something just off of Australia there on the 31st. And it does have something on the southwestern Indian Ocean too, so has like a disturbance there and approaches Madagascar on the 31st. But this like a week away or something, and the forecast will still change a lot. But if there are any changes, we'll warn you. So be aware. Let's see the rainfall again for some parts of Oceania there because of this system. So let's see here. So 4 days shows like some New Caledonia there, close to like some 50 millimeters, 67. Shows more in Fiji, especially in the northern coast of Fiji there, 165, and shows like some odd areas to like some 70 millimeters. So that's not from the season, that's from the convergence zone, from the big area of moisture there. But in Vanuatu, this might approach southern Vanuatu, shows like central Vanuatu close to 100 millimeters from this area of moisture, but southern Vanuatu doesn't show that much. But if I were you, I would be more watching the system closely in New Caledonia. And in Australia, it's quiet down a little bit, just some tropical downpours, northern Queensland and some parts of the north there. But it's quieter now. Shows more like in Papua New Guinea, some 100 millimeters in a spot or two, and further south there. So be aware, but especially be careful during the next week or so in Tonga and Fiji there, because of this area of heavier moisture. And next 8 days increases even more, especially Vanuatu and Fiji, the next 8 days, close to 200 millimeters. But that forecast is far, it might change too. But the GFS, the other model here, it has more in Vanuatu next 4 days, 100 millimeters, some spots in northern and central Vanuatu. It doesn't have that much in Fiji like the European, but it does have some storms too. It has like New Caledonia, some 44 millimeters to 50, and has like a little bit more in some areas, just some tropical showers around Samoa and some other areas. And French Polynesia does have more there, to 95 millimeters, still some heavy rain. Only the next 24 hours already has more storms there. In the next 2 days, more in some areas there, and 4 days even more. So be careful. We'll check the European soon, and shows for French Polynesia in those areas. So here, let's just check the European again. So it doesn't show as much the GFS, but it does show like similar to some 89 millimeters, some 94 there. So be careful. And just for reference, there's like those storms already there. Shows it going, diving south, and all the way to Adamstown shows more storms there. So be careful. And let's see, for parts of the southwestern Indian Ocean, next 4 days that doesn't show that much, just some stronger thunderstorms in Madagascar and some showers in the Comoros, but nothing crazy. It shows more near the Seychelles, especially in King, and maybe a shower through Mauritius Reunion. So be careful, especially with the storms in Vietnam and Malaysia from this, and the tropical downpours in other areas. But now the GFS for those areas, the GFS does have like in Sumatra close to 200 millimeters from those tropical downpours in the next 5 days. So be careful. And also the island of Java, close to like 150 in some central areas. So be careful with flooding too. There's a lot of heavy rain in a short amount of time. And let's see, it does have some crazy moisture in the northern Philippines as well. The GFS like 281 millimeters northeastern Philippines, mainly next week, but they'll show those heavier storms there. So be careful. In Taiwan, next 4 days does have some storm or two as well, a lot of showers. So stay safe in those areas from those potential systems. And let's just see one more thing. The GFS has some in Eastern Indian Air, but not as heavy as the European, and some more further south in Sri Lanka, some showers too. In terms of wind, let's see the wind gusts. There's some higher gusts in the ocean, the seas near Taiwan, those areas, but the islands, the South China Sea, might get some higher gusts, the formation, the potential storm, close to 50 km/h gusts, 40 in something. So be careful, maybe a little bit in Vietnam later. And there'll be that crazy system forming in Australia there, but that's not tropical, that's extra tropical. So we'll check more in an Oceania video, but be aware in those areas and stay safe.